Hi, welcome to International English Guru. Thanks for joining us. When something unusual, something interesting, something amazing happens around you once, you can afford to ignore it. When something interesting, something amazing repeats itself second time, you can still discard it as accidental. But when the same interesting, amazing, impressive thing repeats itself third time in a row, you must stop and take notice. Why? Because there is a system to it. There has to be a system to it. There has to be a scheme to it. There has to be a formula to it. What am I referring to here? Well, I'm referring to Kunal scoring his 90 on 90 with 𝗖𝗂𝗋 online course. I'm referring to 𝗪𝗲 scoring her 90 on 90 with 𝗖𝗂𝗋 online course. And today, RANJANA scoring 90 on 90 with 𝗖𝗂𝗋 online course. What does it tell us? It tells us that the templates which students receive at 𝗖𝗂𝗋 online course are for 90 on 90. It means the guidance which students receive at 𝗖𝗂𝗋 online course is for 90 on 90. It means the lessons which students learn at 𝗖𝗂𝗋 online course are for 90 on 90. So overall, what it tells us is that if a student is hardworking and is at International English Guru, there is no way that student is not going to score his desired score. I'm very excited about speaking to RANJANA because she's just got her results a couple of hours back and she's joining us soon. So let's talk to her. RANJANA, hey. Lots and lots of congratulations. I cannot hear you though.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
I wanted to see your smile, right now. Just give me the big one. You're a 90 achiever, dear. Wow. Wow.
That's all because of you, ma'am. Oh. You three.
It's been a combined effort for sure, but great accomplishment, working hard for 79 and then seeing 90 on 90 is actually like it's more than a dream come true, isn't it?
It is, but I never thought of it. And when you said that if you will target high, why, if you are anyways going to work, why don't keep the target high? And that's when I thought, okay, it is possible. Looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. RANJANA, this is a beautiful score and there are lots of things I'm sure students would like to know, but then you got your results just a few hours back. Like what time did you get your result?
Yeah.
Few hours.
I saw it in the morning, early morning today. Yesterday only I gave.
Okay, at your test yesterday, you got the result this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so let's say maybe 4 or 5 hours back. This is so fresh, we can smell it. All right. So let's you have to go camping now, right?
Yeah. Yes,
already.
It was pre-booked.
Huh? That's great.
No, it was pre-booked, and we are going to 𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗏 for that glamping thing. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's great. Have a great time. You deserve it. Now it'll make so much more sense, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, you've got that big feather in your cap and now you go and enjoy everything. It'll make 1,000 times more sense, that every bit of it, and this is actually God's blessing. All right, RANJANA, let's just jump into it straight because I don't want to make it very long for you, but at the same time, it's so important that you share your experience with everyone and they get to understand things. Of course, RANJANA, I'll have you to read out your scores, but first I want to do it, then you get repeated because I'm really excited. I want to speak out your scores first. So she's got 89 on 90, her listening 87, reading 90 on 90, speaking 90 on 90, writing 87 on 90. This is so beautiful to look at. I can't say. Now, RANJANA, most free to read out your scores yourself and please.
So yes, speaking and reading, I got 90 and writing and listening, 87.
Writing and listening, 87. Now, I don't know. Sometimes it feels like, teachers are more happy about students' success than students are. I know how Christy ma'am called me this morning. She was like on top of the world. Ma'am, Ranjana, you remember Ranjana? I said, yes, I remember Ranjana. And she's like, yeah, she got 90. All right. So Ranjana, just think I know nothing about it, right? I know nothing about it. And you just got 90, right? 90 each. So share your experience, an honest experience about the entire training. How did it start and how did it make sense? And, what really made the difference, and anything you want to talk about.
Sure. So again, before I appeared for my exam, I saw Kunal's interview, and he got 90 each, and that really helped me, because few of the points he said is rely on your teacher, and when you're answering for a question, don't think about the previous question or the next question. That particular question is your world. And that actually, what was happening with me is, if something goes too well, the next question goes really bad, because I'm thinking, oh wow, it's working. This thing is working perfectly. And that fraction of distraction that spoils the things. So this time I just focused on a question which is in front of me, and that's the world for me. I need to just do it. And if I say about my journey, it started like it was a simple 20 hours course. And it started with Satinder sir. He just told me that if you believe me, it's a crap. PT is a crap, and you just have to be confident that you can do it. And then it was Christy ma'am. Christy ma'am always followed, and she used to follow up, what have you read, what all, sequence wise, that, okay, for this section, what was your practice? And then she used to go and see what mistakes I'm doing there. And that helped me a lot, because whenever I'm appearing, I'm probably doing the same mistakes again and again. And I don't have anybody to ask that what is my mistake, because who will analyze that much? Who will give you the personal attention? And that I got. And then from you, when I attended your sessions, and you really said that, okay, if it is probably the Guru Mantra, which was the last session which I was taking, and the listening section, I think a little bit earlier I had to drop, and I feel that's the reason for my 87. Otherwise, I would have got 19 listening as well.
Okay. Wow.
So when you said, ma'am, something which really helped me is when you said uninterested reading, that we have to be focused, because if something is interesting, everyone focuses on that, okay, something which is relating to us, and we read with the focus. But if something is very uninteresting to me, and still I have to read and give the answer, that requires a bit of a focus and motivation. That I got from you when I was doing your session. I got to know that nothing is unimportant. That was like a misconception that I had, that multiple choice, multiple answer, that are like least important. I can just ignore that. Or if it is just highlight the summary, not at all important. Or in fact, answer short questions, like least important. That I heard from everyone, least important questions. But then nothing is unimportant, and there is no magic. It's all work, hard work that you people are doing. I really appreciate, because I was kind of demotivated. I thought that it's not my bit. I mean, frankly speaking, I was thinking that the mistake I'm doing, probably no one is going to discover. I will keep on doing that mistake again and again, and that's it. But then no, I got that corrected, and here it is. So that's the very important thing that I heard from Kunal as well, that you have to rely on teachers, because you guys have experience. You know that how it works. You are working with students, and you know that what all possible mistakes one can make. So that is very, very important, to have faith, follow the instruction, and just be keen to learn. There are good things there. Just be motivated and keen to learn.
Things are waiting. All right. So Ranjana, now I've got some specific questions to ask you. what really inspired you? Because, there was that other attempt where you missed by a few points in listening, right? It was a couple of points.
Yep.
And then it came to 87, and there must have been something which motivated you, inspired you to jump back, to resiliate. So what is that really encouraged you to give it that comeback?
So as I said, first thing was that be focused. Even if some reading is uninteresting to you, it's a question. You have to treat it as like with the due importance. It's a question. Even if that's very boring or uninteresting reading, just give your focus, read it, finish it, and just take it as important as any other question. So that's like one thing that helped me, because most of the time it's too academic things, whatever comes in the question. And at times it becomes boring and we just get diverted. Do not lose your attention. Every question is important. And be fast and accurate. That also helped me. When you ask that 5 things, what is you think is your strength? So I remember fast and accurate, and then your God is with you. I think everything has to be, you have to believe that everything is with you. Without missing either of them will not provide you the goal. So I just thought that everything is with me. My God is with me, and I have to be accurate and fast. Even if it is uninterested reading, I have to actually give 100% focus. And there is no shortcut. We have to study, see the detailing, work on it, and nothing is difficult.
Right. Ranjana, what did you find different? Because you've been to some other institute as well, and I think you took face-to-face training there, while you did entirely online training with International English Guru. How did you find International English Guru different to other places?
So the most important difference I found is the personalized focus. That because every student, they do a different set of mistakes and they need a different kind of attention. That is like personalized attention, and that is very much there. Because here I had a feeling that I'm probably repeating the same kind of mistakes, and that was rectified here because I got 𝗪𝗲 ma'am, who was really following up on me, and then practice. That also practice was going on, because I knew that 𝗪𝗲 ma'am is going to ask me, what did you practice today? And that I heard from Kunal also, that keeps you going, because you know that someone is there and they're going to ask you. Even if you don't get time, you get the time, and then you devote that time here. So that actually is differentiating English Guru, International English Guru,
from all the rest. Sure. Ranjana, if you have to think of any one mistake or maybe a couple of mistakes which you committed and you think others can be careful about it and not to do that, so what message would you like to give to others that, hey guys, look, I did this mistake. If you don't do it, you'll be saving yourself, repeated failures or a couple of failures?
So one mistake that I did, especially with an important section, that is right from dictation, and it was suggested by
𝗪𝗲 ma'am.
No, not by 𝗪𝗲 ma'am. When I was doing online training, they suggested me to write the initials. And then write the sentence. So I felt when I was writing initials, my attention gets diverted from listening to writing. And later on, I have the initials. I'm not 100% sure that what that word is sometimes. And I missed on 2-3 words because of that. So, and I missed your session as well on listening. So I was still following the old one. And I wrote the initials. I had all my initials, 11, 12. I remember the later part, but the former one, I just forgot that, okay, what this PTT stands for. And then I did the guesswork and I put something, and that didn't work there. So I should say that whatever is identified or given here, I think you should follow blindly.
Perfect.
Because you don't say that there is a just fool around the computer. You give us the concept that, okay, reading something that you have to really learn and work hard. It's not just fooling around the computer.
True. Yeah, of course. With reading, you cannot. You have to know things well, and that's why reading 90 and 90 tells us that, you know, a student is well deserving of this prize. Oh, our little ones are speaking around here. That's okay. That's okay. That's all good. Look, that's real. See, something else went here. That's real. Now, that's okay. We are not in any imaginary world. We are in a real world. We've got our kids around, so that's fine. All good. Ranjana, say, with your writing, there's been a huge improvement. There's been a massive improvement in reading as well. What was the change strategy which led to that improvement?
So reading, especially, I was from starting only, I gave like without anything. When I just attempted first time, I got 75, around 75. Right. So I knew that some things are better there, but some things that I'm lacking. Right. So fill in the blanks were always good somehow for me. But reorder paragraph was something where I was always confused. I was able to get the first sentence, and later I think, oh, this is also looking correct. This is also looking correct. This is also looking correct. Yeah. And that's how it was always messed up. Yeah. But when I attended your session on reading, and you told me that you have to start from the end and then look at the bigger picture, that helped me a lot. Because then I was not going into each sentence. I was trying to look at the bigger picture. And most of the time it helped. So I was getting like almost 90% of the time it's accurate then.
Oh, wow. I think this is going to help a lot of other students as well, because reorder is one of those question types which actually, correct, you know, gives a head shake to everyone. All right. And what about the lessons? You know, all the lessons which you attended were online, and I can hear the kids in the background. How did you end up managing everything together? So any tip about how to manage things all together?
Yeah, so I'm working full time, 9 to 5 office, and then I have kids. So it was very difficult for me to devote time. But as I said, I had a reminder kind of that Christy ma'am is going to call me. So I have to, and she used to give me the modules that, okay, you have to read, like for these 3 modules, you have to read for half an hour each. And that was like giving a kind of motivation to me that somehow during the lunch break, in fact, in the morning, in late nights, I used to do that because I didn't have a exact schedule to dedicate for, but I somehow managed it. But if it is possible, give 4-5 hours, like Kunal was giving. I think he was able to do. I was not probably able to give every day 4-5 hours, but then I was trying to get time from the lunch break or in the morning or in the late night, and I could do that. Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot of difference between a boy undertaking PTE and a girl undertaking PTE, and a girl who has to look after kids, who has to look after the kitchen and the office, and so many other things which are on girls' mind and never on boys' mind. So, you know, I would say when a girl accomplishes something like that, it's bigger of a ask, and it's bigger of an achievement to me personally. So, you know, of course, Kunal could do it. One reason, not married yet, and then nothing to do. You know, mom would do the cooking for him. So he was like, you know, nicely spoiled boy, just doing his work, coming home. But then, yes, he did work hard. But a girl putting in the same amount of hard work and then achieving something's much bigger. Right. So it is possible, right? It is possible to get a great score like that for a girl with a family, with a full-time job in an online course. So that's what you have proven to everyone, Ranjana, and that also in a short span of time. So the course was only 2 weeks. Now, there's another interesting thing we can talk about, and that is how did the customized course go with you? And if you could just explain to others, what is customized course and how is it that you were able to achieve it in such a short time?
Yeah, so I feel customized course, if you have given PTE or even if you have not given, a mock test will happen. and that will reflect that what is your weak area and what is your strong area.
Yeah.
So most of the time we don't need much on our strong areas, but we need some knowledge or practice or some correction in our weak area. So that is something which in International English Guru offers. They assess you. That is, in my case, it happened through a mock test.
Yeah.
And then it was found out that, okay, reading is something that I need some focus on. And I was enrolled into the reading only course.
Yeah.
And that is when I was giving more time for reading, although I was touching base with other modules as well. It was not that it was completely ignored, but yeah, main focus was reading. And reading, I could achieve that, what I was expecting.
You smashed it really bad. You killed it. So Ranjana, if you could tell me, what was the improvement? Like, where did you start from in your reading, and what did you finally attain? Like, what was the big jump?
So I was somewhere between 70 to 75, and with this online 20 hours course, with focus on my weak areas or the places where I'm most confused, like reorder paragraphs or some of the misconception that I was completely ignoring the multiple choice, multiple answer questions, thinking that it is least important. So I was just ignoring them, or I was just putting a tick on an option and just moving ahead, thinking that it is not going to contribute anything. And same thing with the single choice, single answer. But then I got to know, first of all, the reorder paragraph, focus on that, and strategy on that helped me a lot. And second thing was not ignoring any section. So that these two components, I think, helped me to improve. And my score from 70 to 75, it went to 90.
90 and 90. All right, that is great. Do you think my lessons were too lengthy?
You know, I do feel sometimes that it is too lengthy, but one advantage I saw that it doesn't look like, you know, just a random YouTube session. It looks like I am in the class. And sometimes when you are in the class, the class goes on for some time. Something interesting is going on. Instead of half an hour, it goes on for 1 hour. So it is. Then I started feeling that even if I'm doing an online session, I feel like I'm there, I'm doing that class. So that was a completely different feeling that I got here, frankly speaking, because if you just choose a YouTube video, and you start seeing this, you know that it is made for 1,000 users apart from you. But when you do this session on English Guru, it feels like you are there in the classroom, and that's how it is, very informal. It goes on a bit if it is very interesting, or people are asking questions. So that way, then I started, you know, participating kind of thing. So that I liked. Although, it initially I used to feel that's too lengthy.
Too lengthy,
but then advantages are there.
Right. I've always been given instructions before I started the lesson that, you know, you must finish in 2 hours. But then, you know, something like when I'm teaching, I'm like, no, I need to give more. No, I need to cover this as well. And then when you want to give more to your students, you just feel that time cannot bind you. You are in that zone where you want to just impart whatever you want to impart. But yes, we are like splitting up the lessons to take care of that problem at the moment. We are doing that. If you have to say one sentence about International English Guru, Ranjana, just one sentence, what would that be?
I will say that it is the best customized course that is offered online or offline, doesn't matter, but it's the best customization that is provided to you. And if you're looking for a targeted, you know, you don't have years to wait for, you have this time stringent, and then you want to attain your goal, then you should go for it in the shortest time.
Yeah. I was speaking to a student yesterday who's from Brisbane, and he told me, ma'am, I went to six classes face-to-face trial lessons. I mean, six trial lessons, face-to-face trial lessons. And he said, I didn't like any of them. And then I had a lesson with International English Guru, and I could see this place is so much better. And they were offering me 1 year of lessons, 40% off with 𝗏𝗏𝗏 combined and things like that. So imagine, ma'am, think of it, 1 year of lessons, and here I'm done in 4 weeks, of course. So he
Correct,
took 4 weeks, and he said in 4 weeks, I'm done, while, you know, all the others are talking about 1 year, and here it's just 4 weeks. So you talk the time. So that's another interesting thing, you know. At International English Guru, we don't say that we need a year's time or 6 months time. We just know that something can be done fast, and we know how to get it done faster. That's why we want to make it fastest possible, making it easier and simpler for every student. All right, I think it'll be quite unfair if we don't talk about your allocated teacher. So I know we have indirectly spoken about her, but then, you know, let's talk about the contribution of your allocated teacher, Miss Christy, in this success.
When I got my score, the first person I forwarded that was 𝗪𝗲 ma'am. And I felt that she's the only reason that I could do this, because otherwise I was kind of, this was not my first attempt. And I was really demotivated there. My husband kept saying that you're wasting money. And then I thought that maybe really that it was like 4th or 5th attempt. And I was like frustrated. But 𝗪𝗲 ma'am told me one thing. Listen, there is some point where it's your time. When you have worked on all your weak areas, it's your time. So you should be confident and just go ahead for it, do it.
Yeah.
And I will not forget to mention that day-to-day basis, she followed up with me that what sections I practiced. She went through that. She heard the recordings, and then she gave me like each and every monitoring, and she gave me the feedback. That is, of course, of immense help.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So somewhere in this result, you can always see 𝗪𝗲 ma'am, you can always see the National English Guru, and we are so happy. We'll be always a part of your success that way, always in your mind and heart. Yeah, I'm ensuring that. I want to thank you for asking for those Guru mantras. You know, it was that this request came to me that, you know, there's a student, because till then I had not spoken to you personally or anything, right? But it just came to me that there is this student, she's having an exam the day after, and ma'am, you have to do this lesson tomorrow if she has to get benefited. And of course, that teacher's personality walks through a student somewhere. And the way she made that request to me, I was like, okay, are you so serious about the student that you want me to do a lesson just tomorrow itself for her? And she said, yes, ma'am. And her yes, ma'am was so confident that I couldn't doubt it. And I said, okay, I'm doing this lesson tomorrow. I didn't remember the name of the student, because she said to me, Ranjana, at that point, I didn't remember the name. I just knew that there is a girl student who needs the lesson. And we did this lesson, and then in the middle somewhere, yes, you had to drop off because you had your exam the next day. And of course, you won't get a chance to look at that lesson again. But at the end of the session, Ranjana, all the students prayed. We all prayed for you together. Everybody had the eyes closed for, 50, 60 seconds that, look, we know she's good. And we want her to go with, our blessings and our best wishes. So it was beautiful. It was a really good feel. You actually came so close as a part of the whole team that you made that happen. And all the students in future would be thankful to you for having made that lesson happen. And even now, the students who are attending the lesson, they are saying it's much better than the 65 plus Guru mantras. So they're actually liking it, and they've started giving that lesson to students who are going for 65 even. So, when we do an honest job, when we are honest with what we are doing, amazing, miraculous things happen. So here, I know for sure that, 𝗪𝗲 ma'am is a very authentic person. She herself has that, very very honest demeanor about her, and that gets reflected in things she does. And of course, it was a great combination when a good student like you got the mentorship of a teacher like hers, and it came up so beautiful. Now I'm really glad about it.
Thank you, ma'am.
All righty, dear. It was really wonderful to talk to you. I don't know what questions students might have in their mind, but then they can always, like, if you'll be on the WhatsApp, they can chat with you and they can find things out. Sometimes they go about calling as well, but then you are in, you're going to be having your happy time. We'll tell them not to give you a call, just text messages, or maybe, Christy ma'am can answer on your behalf.
Sure.
All right, Ranjana, thank you so much for joining me today. You have a beautiful time ahead, and I'll wait for your call about your PR.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Blessings, lots of love. Take care. Keep smiling. Live your time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.